Hi haters, money on me. Hey, on God, look, hey, hi haters. It's voice stacks, yeah, I'm back, yeah, off my hiatus. If y'all was us, we was y'all shit. I'd haters, I annihilated them, leave them thirsty, dehydrate them. I deny favors, they pillow talkers, they not players. I will not waver, I'm highly blessed in God's favor. Grind major, plus I mastered the pen. I told myself niggas never gonna be laughing again. I swear that I'ma kill them all, whoever's next of his kin. So I'm swerving with the Glock 9 next to my skin. When I called that nigga slipping, he was next to his friend. I guarantee we never see that nigga flexing again. Now let me begin. Who got their head? What we drinking? Nigga must be out of his mind. What he think? Really, I'm just out on my grind. Baby Franklin, the only thing I'm thinking is the best part of waking up. Early in the morning, nigga got around there waking up. Married to the game and ain't a sign of ever breaking up. Loyalty is everything, but niggas always changing up the story of my life. I swear to God, I couldn't make this up, but I'ma go ahead and turn the page. There's levels to this shit, nigga, this a different stage. I left a couple niggas, right? They went a different way. But who am I to say you wrong that you ain't picked the same type of shit a bitch say? But hi haters, it's boy stacks, I'm back, I'm on my hiatus. If we was y'all and y'all was us, shit, hi haters. Hi haters. Hi haters. Yeah. Hi haters. Money on me. Hey, on God. Look, hey, hi haters. It's voice stacks, yeah, I'm back, yeah, off my hiatus. If y'all was us, we was y'all shit. I'd haters, I annihilated them, leave them thirsty, dehydrate them. I deny favors, they pillow talkers, they not players. I will not waver, I'm highly blessed in God's favor. Grind major, plus I mastered the pen. I told myself niggas never gonna be laughing again. I swear that I'ma kill them all, whoever's next of his kin. So I'm swerving with the Glock 9 next to my skin. When I called that nigga slipping, he was next to his friend. I guarantee we never see that nigga flexing again. Now let me begin. Who got their head? What we drinking? Nigga must be out of his mind. What he think? Really, I'm just out on my grind. Big Franklin, the only thing I'm thinking is the best part of waking up. Early in the morning, nigga got around there waking up. Married to the game and ain't no sign of ever breaking up. Loyalty is everything, but niggas always changing up the story of my life. I swear to God, I couldn't make this up, but I'ma go ahead and turn the page. There's levels to this shit, nigga, this a different stage. I left a couple niggas, right? They went a different way. But who am I to say you wrong that you ain't picked the same type of shit a bitch say? But hi haters. It's boy stacks, I'm back, I'm off my hiatus. If we was y'all and y'all was us, shit, hi haters. Hi haters.
And nothing like some good music. That's from my very own Boy Stacks. You can find them on SoundCloud. BOI Stacks at SoundCloud. Peace. What it do, y'all? What it do? What it don't? What it is? Anyway, I'm here with a topic tonight. I want to talk about right and wrong. If it's a springboarding off of a topic from Huey P today. He had been talking about it for a few days about what's right and wrong. And everybody has their own answer to that. And my answer to it is whatever's right for the individual. Because it's plenty of times in life where you'll be in situations where you have to make a decision on what you're going to do regarding yourself, first of all. And it's a lot of talk about, people being for the greatest good for all people. That makes sense. But then it comes to a time when you can't make a decision for the entire group. You got to make it for you. So that's what I want to talk about. Anyone is welcome to come join me and see what you think about what is right and wrong. I also want to get into the topic of virtue. I want to go into that as well because it's just something to talk about. It's something we can probably vibe off of each other with. So anyway, it was like a lot of people look at other people and feel like what they see them doing is wrong, but at the end of the day, the reason why you can't say it's wrong is because they can look at what you're doing and say it's wrong. So that's why we need to stay away from saying what we feel is wrong with in another culture or just even in someone else's household, because that is what is right for them. That is what their standards and ethical ways of living are. So I'm gonna let me add my friend that I always add, because I do need someone to talk to up here with me to go vibe back and forth with them off of it. Other than that, it's hot in here tonight. I'm hot. Usually I'll be cold. I don't know if my person is available or not. I didn't even give him a heads up call. That just goes to show that I just wanted to get to it. In the meantime, in between time, I want to talk about. There was it's a show called Power that I watch. I watched Power. I've been watching it ever since it came out. I went live earlier and I was talking about it. Talking about the characters, and loyalty only lasts so long. From the way it looks on there, people end up not having your back when it comes to them. So that goes along with what I'm talking about tonight. Right and wrong, virtue, all that. So there's a character, his name is Andre. Andre was able to maintain himself for a while. He ended up coming in as a way to take care of his daughter and his family, but then he got really in deep with the drug game and everything else. Then he started believing he wanted to be a leader. So at this point, he started doing things that were against the person that actually brought him in. So that right there is another way to look at what I'm saying. When I say people do what is right for them. Andre, his back was against the wall. He was about to they was going to take him out. He didn't want to lose his life. So he decided that he would just go along with cooperating. Then he cooperated. And now he's in a position to where he killed a federal agent because he felt like the federal agent was putting him in a situation. So now it's a whole different ballgame for Andre. But Andre made these decisions based on what? His own survival. So as many times in our life that we do choose what is going to be best for us at that time. And it just happens in any situation, like any situation. There's no loyalty. There's very few people that would be loyal. And it's like, I don't like to get myself in situations where I have to make choices like that. So I try to avoid those decisions in those situations of me having to choose which side I'm going to be on and all this other stuff. Really, I'm on my own side. So that's what I was tripping off of about that show power. It's like everybody has to make a decision. We have Tyreek, who is Ghost's son. He has to make a decision whether or not he's going to be down with Tommy or his own dad. It's like seems like he's so loyal to Tommy that he don't want to be down with his own dad. He's like lying to his dad, not telling his dad that he knew that Tommy was alive. It was just a lot going on there.
I don't even know what's going on. You telling me what happened on the last episode?
These are the things that are questionable to me. I'm over here telling the story, and my son didn't watch it. I thought he watched it, but
I didn't know. I didn't know. Tyreek and Tommy was kicking it, and he knew Tyreek was alive. I didn't see him yet.
He didn't say he don't know Tyreek was lying. He just knows that. I mean, he asked him the question like, "Did you know he was dead? He wasn't dead."
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't even know he was dead.
Tasha knew he wasn't dead. It was like everybody turned on Ghost. What kind of mess is that? It's like, does it get that serious to where somebody you've been down with that long, it get to a point where you don't even care to tell them or warn them about something? Loyalty is a mug, boy. It go right out the window at any given moment. Any given moment. So I also have something to say about the Dragon Kids thing. Today, I saw firsthand for myself that Portia Williams, she just had her daughter. I don't know how old her daughter is now, but she just has a little baby. And people are actually going on the internet saying that this little baby is ugly. And it's very mean. Like, why would anyone do that? I see what everybody's talking about now, like dragging a child. Why would you drag a baby? And I saw the baby. I didn't see nothing wrong with the little baby. I'm like, what's wrong? Why are you guys saying she's ugly? This is mean. But this is what the internet is nowadays. This is what people do. They sit here and they turn around and clown people for their own pleasure. For their own pleasure. I heard Aaron Collins talking about it the other day. I hear Trish talk about it, about the dragging of people and children. It's like, what is this world really coming to? That's where I'm at with it. What is it coming to? Is it getting to the point where we just not gonna have no respect for each other? We don't care about each other's feelings at all. We're in such a miserable place in our lives that we want to attack other people and make them feel just as bad as we do. Because that's all it is. I think that's what it really is. People feel away themselves. They don't have any confidence within themselves. So when they see people like, freely sharing themselves, sharing their families and everything else, they want to make them feel bad about it. They want them to go crawl under a rock. And that's not fair. I couldn't spread that kind of energy around to hurt other people like that. And that's just me. So to me, that is wrong. But that might be a cultural thing. that these people have. This is one of their standards. This is one of their standards that they want to use against people. And it's right for them, but it's wrong to me. Hey, Chris Thorns. It's right to them and it's wrong to me because anytime you have to do that and you're making a problem with someone else, you just really are. I'm okay, Chris. I'm just up trying to be on this vlog thing tonight, talking about what's right and wrong. And I'm actually wasting time waiting for my co-host to come in because then me and him could vibe off each other and talk about it. And I'm just shooting a breeze about, different things I've been noticing on the internet. And how are you, sir? And there's another thing that I don't want to get into it though, but it's the Equality Act. That's another thing I'll look into it more and talk about that. That's something that's disturbing as well. Other than that, the weather is changing here in California. It wasn't too hot today. It was raining already. It was raining. I had a pleasant day. No work today. So that's what's going on with me. And I've just been catching up on all these shows. I've been watching so many different shows. But in the shows, I noticed like what I was saying about power. Because the name of the show is Power. So pretty much everyone is trying to be in a power position. Just like Tasha and Lala. At one time, it was Tasha who was the it girl, the one who had all the power, the one who was giving out instructions to her friend Lala. But now that Lala is with Tommy, which her name isn't Lala. When, Chris? You can come whenever. Her name is Keisha in the show. So Keisha and Tasha were best friends. Tasha was using Keisha's salon as a way to clean the money. Now that everything is shut down with Tasha and her lifestyle has changed tremendously, Keisha is with Tommy and now she is in a position to where she want to call some shots. So you just look at the two different people, and before Keisha was kind of afraid of everything that was going on around her, like the police situations and all that. Now, all of a sudden, she grew some balls, and she's a part of everything else going on. She's helping out with the operation. She's telling him she doesn't want him to talk to Tasha. There's a lot going on. Okay, just email me and let me know what day that will be, because sometimes I get busy as well. I'm just not busy at this beginning part of the week. It's Tuesday. I probably won't be back busy until Thursday. We'll see though. But yeah. So it's me watching that and looking at the behavior of the characters, and that is like, it's real life situations like that. It's times where people are watching you and they're envious of you, of the situation you're in, and then when they get a chance to be where you are, then they want to treat you like shit and shit on you when you never knew they felt like this about you. It's real out here in the field, I'm telling you. People can't wait to get in positions to basically shit on you if they can, because that's what they think it is. They think it's a competition when all along you're just doing what you're doing because this is your life and your lifestyle. Tasha has been in that game. They have been in that game for years. Ghost, Tasha, and Tommy. All three of them are best friends. They all worked together for many, many years, and they got where they were because everybody had their own intricate part of the thing, the plan. So now we have Keisha, who knows nothing about the game, trying to get in where she fit in at and thinks she can run something. So I'm just waiting to see. I'm very interested. I'm curious about that. I'm interested in what is going to come now with that, because she doesn't know that Tommy killed his other girl. He don't care about killing her. He was about to kill her a couple of times. He does not care. He want her to say the wrong thing so he can smoke her. And she don't even know. She has no clue of who she really dealing with. But again, you gotta think about her too. She wanted to be in this position because she's materialistic. She wants to gain all the materialistic things and the benefits of being with a big time dope dealer. So when he brought her that Chanel purse, she was super happy about that. But she was pissed off that Tasha is the one who told him which one to get. And Tasha knows her too, because Tasha is the one telling him to buy her the stuff. So it's all gonna come full circle. What you say?
To keep her happy?
Yeah, but it's gonna come full circle. All that shit gonna backfire.
And then you gotta remember, Tasha, at first, she was the one telling Ghost not to get out the game because she wanted the materialistic shit. Remember? At first, when Ghost was trying to get out the game, she's like, "How we still gonna live this life if you get out the game, Ghost?" And she was telling Ghost that he couldn't get out the game. Tasha kind of made that nigga stay in the game. Remember, he was trying to get out the game like 2 seasons back.
That's Boy Stacks in the background, y'all. He reminded me of the whole way this whole story unfolded. So yeah, Tasha was one of them that did want Ghost to stay in the game because he's been trying to be a legitimate businessman. He's still trying to keep saying he out the game, but so for some reason he keep getting pulled right back in the game.
Because he's still around the same motherfuckers. That changed his circle.
And they broke Alicia Jimenez out of jail. They broke her out of jail. You're gonna have to go and watch it. They broke her out of jail because they wanted to know more about her operation, but truthfully, the other dude just wanted to smoke her. So now Andre is not in jail, but he has to worry about everybody else he flipped on because all his boys are watching him. They're like, wait a minute, dude, you snitching? So he agreed that he was going to snitch on, testify against. Who was he testifying against? Oh, her. He was going to testify against Alicia Jimenez, but his boys already knew he was going to do that, and they looking at him sideways because they know that he's not right for doing that. How you going to be part of what we doing and then go in and tell? You're about to tell the feds on us. So it's going down over here. It's going down on this show. I'm so excited about it because I know that at some point in time, it all is going to unfold for what's going to happen with Tommy and Keisha. We know that Tasha has not found out that, what was his name? The attorney? Her boyfriend? Boy Stacks?
Whoa.
What was the attorney's name?
Oh, cause that goes
Silva. Silva is dead, and she still don't know Silva's dead. So when she find out about that, she really gonna be hot.
She knows Silva dead. She knows Silva dead. She sat in the car calling that man phone and crying. She know that nigga dead.
She thinking that he didn't
You just not fucking with her no more.
Yeah.
That's how you gonna spin it.
The real Aaron Collins in the building. Hi, Aaron.
Yeah, what's up, Nicki? What's up,
Nothing.
chat?
Was you tired tonight?
I'm just relaxing, just chilling out,
Oh,
thinking about stuff, you know.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Uh,
I was over here talking about power until you got here.
all right.
And the true title of this stream is called What's Right and What's Wrong.
So what's
And
Ghost up to?
oh, you want to know what Ghost is up to?
I think they trying to kill Ghost. They haven't really watched the show that much, but I do know that the kid, that Ghost is like the main guy, and they've been trying to kill him ever since the show started, right?
Yeah, kind of, but they in for a rude awakening. Ghost is not no joke. That's another thing Ghost did was he called Tommy and was like, Tommy, what's up? Let's get rid of this other dude. We got to get rid of him. But Tommy ain't listening to him because he's listening to Keisha. So we'll see.
Tommy, the white boy, right?
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
So,
Yeah, I want to catch up on I'm trying to catch up on maybe some past seasons of the show. This is like what season is this?
and what season is this? 4?
I would
5?
say it's the 4th season.
It's 4 or 5. Season 4 or 5.
I forgot what channel it comes on.
It comes on Stars.
Yeah, it comes on Stars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. That's come on Stars. That's an app. Yeah, okay. You gotta pay for it. All right.
Yeah, I told you gotta get the app. And
Yeah, Stars kind of works like Netflix, don't it?
I mean, you be having it on the cable. You might have it on the cable.
no, it don't work like Netflix.
You can get a Star. You can get the Stars app for just some money too. Yeah, you can download.
I got one of them apps on this.
Yeah, you can download.
No, on the other thing.
Yeah, you can download the Stars app on your
I got
phone.
Showtime or something on my
How don't commercial?
I know. I don't need it. You know I don't need it. I don't need none of it. Because I still got access to the whole direct TV, remember? So, Aaron, the question is, what is right and wrong? What is your take on that question? What is right and what is wrong? How do you determine what is right and what is wrong?
Oh, that's an interesting question right there. Well, I mean, guess if you maybe get some personal convictions of something that you're about to do and don't feel like it's not the right thing, maybe it is wrong.
So you saying that that's how you determine what's right or wrong through intuition, discernment.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That could be very true. That could be very true.
See, somebody else is right, it could be another person is wrong. So, I mean, unless it's something that is obviously right and obviously wrong, yeah, that's different. But with other things, like for example, I mean, I don't have no problem with eating meat, but somebody else might think it's wrong.
That is, society has its own standards on what is right and what is wrong. They give you rules. They give you the rules to follow, and in order to keep a control over the society, that's why these rules were put in place. But at the end of the day, a lot of these things are cultural within cultures.
Right.
If there was this how I look at it all. Look, I'm just saying this one thing, and I'm gonna leave you alone. If there was a right and a wrong, and like even when it comes to religion, if there was like a one true fucking way to get to the place that you call heaven or whatever, you know what I mean, whatever motherfuckers want to say, or a right religion, that means that everybody else in the motherfucking world is just doomed. except that one religion that is right. Everybody the fuck else in the world is doomed. That means if you're a monk, you doomed. That means if you're anything that, like Christians specifically, they always think that they the most right motherfuckers in the world. Now that means everybody else in the motherfucking world that don't believe in Jesus is doomed. That's fucking impossible. There's 7 billion people in the world, and there's not 7 billion Christians in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's too many. That's how you know there's no such thing as right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? All this shit was made up, and motherfuckers fell for it like some fucking idiots.
No, that's not what happened.
That is what happened.
It ain't because of that. Because how can you know what? How can you already know about this? How you fall for it?
That's what I'm saying. This is how you know they fell for it. Because if there was anything that was specifically right, then why would there be so many other things that was wrong? You know what I'm saying? Because they say every lie came from a truth. You know how they say all these sayings that every lie came from a truth. That means the story got twisted along the way. You know what I'm saying? So that means there's nothing right by this time. Think about how long we've been alive. The story has been twisted so motherfucking much that there ain't no such thing as the truth. What's the truth? Who knows the truth? The language has been twisted. Where we come from has been twisted. You know what I'm saying? All the shit has been twisted. Everything has been twisted. So no matter where we get our information from, we're getting our information from another source. Anyways, our source ain't the motherfucker that created the rights and the wrongs and shit. So how the fuck do we know who's right and who's wrong? None of that shit is true.
Thank you.
For real.
Aaron, where'd you go?
Oh, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. I was just listening. I mean, was that a question?
No, we were just talking about right and wrong, and where do people get their idea of what's right and wrong from? And I was just asking you, what did you think about it?
You know, one thing I will say this much, that God gave us a free will, and He said He would give us over for those who just feel that they want to do their own thing. You give them over to a reprobate mind.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel like doing something that's so good, he'll give you over to your desires. If you think it's right, he'll let you believe it, and you just have to deal with the consequences of whatever it is, the decision you made.
Yep, and that's how that's how it all ended up being. It's like there are consequences to certain actions, so that's why people follow the rules, because they don't want to face those consequences.
Yeah. And it's a scripture that says says, let's see, I'm paraphrasing this, so don't forgive me if I'm not getting the exact words right, but you get what I'm saying. It's a scripture that says that wide is the way that leads to destruction, but narrow is the way that leads to righteousness.
I know what scripture you're talking about. It means that I can just interpret it for you. Like, okay, so the road to righteousness is more narrow than the road to destruction, because people will be taking that road. That's why it's so wide. A lot of people are going that way, but the people that are trying to go the right way is going to be a narrow road, and very less people are going to be going that way.
Yeah. See, we live in the day and age right now where good is bad and bad is good.
Yeah, you said that right.
And people basically, there's also another scripture that says this, that people want to hear messages that's going to tickle their ears and some feel good stuff. And this ain't the time for that. People don't want to hear the truth. People talk about the truth, but they don't really want to hear it. They want to hear the truth as long as it is convenient for them, as long as it's something that's going to go along with their own little desire, with their own way of doing things.
You made me think about something when you were saying that. Is that, like, I was talking to somebody today, and I was just like saying that the people that are the most corrupt in the world, or the people that have the most money and all this stuff, more than likely they got some corrupt in them. They do corrupt things. They do things that are not right
Yeah.
because that's how they get to go where they're going. Because a lot of people can cover up their cynicism by pretending to be good,
Right.
pretending that they're doing everything the right way, but in the background they're doing some other stuff that's pushing them more and more ahead. Like somebody like me that goes to work every day, trying to make a living, doing what I do. It's very hard for me to get to a level to where I want to be. I got to work double time, triple time, and all that to get to where I want to go. But someone
Right.
not and doesn't care about how they get where they're going, they might be able to. They might do a whole bunch of stuff, and they even say that about the politicians too.
Right. Yeah.
They are
And
people who are not. They set up everything to benefit them and their friends and the people that are with them. It's not
yeah,
about the big picture of, the good of all people. It's for the good of the ones that's with them. So
yeah.
when do we know what's good for the other people? How do we know? How do we get where we want to go?
I
Can we
think one way to know if something is,
feel good? Is it possible that we be good and do all these things right to get to these places that we want to go? Or do we
I think
absolutely have to do some dirt?
I guess one way to know that whether something is good or bad, a sign is that if you see more people doing it, if you see more people doing one thing and less people doing another thing, that's probably the right thing. Because see, it takes it takes a really mature person to stand up for righteousness. See, there's safety in numbers, and when people want to do their dirt, what do? They get in the crowd. No one stands up to be counted. See, and that's also a mark of a true leader. Someone that's going to stand up. Now, don't get me wrong. There's bad leaders too, but even they stood up to some level of maturity. Maybe somewhere along the way they probably got a little power hungry, drunk with their own influence and stuff.
Huey P in the building. I had to say that. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. People get to the point where they want more and more power. Just like when I was
Yeah,
explaining about power. Everybody wanted more power this whole time. Andre got a
right,
little taste of some privileges, and then he just started pushing and pushing and pushing until he got himself in trouble. Now
right,
he had to about to have to testify against some people he been working with. Now all his friends looking at him like, man, you was no snitch. So now he has nowhere to go now. Where else can he go?
you talking about Ghost, right?
No, not Ghost. This is another dude that worked for Ghost. Ghost put him on.
Oh, okay,
He turned against Ghost. He was going against Ghost, helping this other dude. I don't know if you know 50 Cent's character that when he was there. He
I
was
think
actually helping him, Kanan. He was helping Kanan find out everything about Ghost and helping them sneak in and do all this stuff. They even
right.
kidnapped Ghost's son.
Tariq is his son, right?
They kidnapped Tariq at one point. And Andre had everything to do with that because he was helping this man. Now
Right,
he slipped through the trenches on all that, and now he's faced with nobody don't trust him now. Everybody's after him. He won't make it. He's not gonna live long unless he just get away. And he still probably won't.
right,
So when people want power, they end up doing whatever it is to get whatever they want. Even turning on their best of friends. They can be best friends with you, whatever. They'll turn on you.
right,
If you don't have any virtue in you, these are the things that you would do because your character is flawed. You're gonna do things to turn on people and do whatever it is to get you to that level you want to be on. Huey P,
right.
I sent you the link if you want to come up. So
I wanted to say this too. This is a very perfect example. You mentioned earlier about the YouTube streets. You said something real key because we're speaking on this issue of right and wrong, right? So you know what? It's more people that want to hear scandal and people beefing with each other. They want to hear all that. But we up here talking about some reasonable stuff, and it's not very many people in the chat at all.
Of course not.
Because we ain't talking about who slept with who and who doing this with who, and you know
I mean, that's just what this world has turned to now. They don't want to talk about nothing that's gonna enlighten them or make them think about something,
yeah,
except
they want, yeah,
trying to make themselves feel better about whatever it is that's hurting them or whatever. Because people are always trying to put other people down these days. That's all I see.
yeah,
It's not ever trying to uplift nobody. It's never trying to spread the knowledge. It's never trying to sit here and think about what's right
yep,
and wrong together. Let's see. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we think is right and wrong. What's wrong with that?
yeah. They want to talk about ratchetness and all that.
Okay, well, I don't have time for what they want to talk about. And it seems like every time I get on here, I'll be getting sleepy. I'm like, oh, I'm sleepy. It's 9 o'clock, and I'm already sleepy. 9:06.
All right.
Well, I had a long day, so I've been getting sleepy earlier now because I'll be up early doing all the stuff and riding around and doing everything. But that's true. And remember you were talking about the people dragging other people and dragging babies and kids. And do you know
Yep.
that this morning I woke up and sometimes I just stay in my bed. I don't get right up and I look at my phone and I look at the videos and I just look and listen to stuff and then I go back to sleep. And this morning I got on one. I don't know if you know Portia Williams. She is a one of the housewives of Atlanta. Anyway, I'm looking at the video and they are talking about her baby is ugly and all this other stuff. That's what you're talking about, Dragon?
Whose baby's being talked about?
Portia Williams has a baby.
Oh, Portia Williams, yeah, from Dish Nation. Okay, she had a baby. Okay.
They said they dragging her baby, talking about the baby is ugly, he looks like the baby daddy, and da 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 da. I'm like, what?
People are just evil.
And
See,
I
this
look
is
at the little baby, and I said, ain't nothing wrong with this little baby. She don't look no different than other damn little babies.
you know what? Basically, one of the things that's also happening in these last days is that man is basically, and when I say man, I'm talking about mankind, male and female. Man is basically regressing to his base nature, to their basically their primal nature. Man is basically evil, and that's what's happening. You dragging a child, a newborn, and you gotta be a really low, dark-hearted, cold-ass person to
Mm-hmm.
drag a baby.
Mm-hmm. No, that just shows me the quality of your character when you do shit like that. The quality of your character is being displayed on Front Street when you treat people like that and when you talk about people like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who has time for that, they show their true selves right for everybody to see. So, I mean, they can't even hide who they are. And anybody who goes along with this kind of activity is crazy too. There's something wrong with them.
Yep. I mean, and then basically, really, it's a bunch of cowards. Like I said, social media has basically spawned a new generation and type of coward. Social media cowards are probably the worst ones. Because, see, you can hide behind an avatar, a fake ass name, and say anything you want to say But I guarantee you, I promise you, you would not dare say it to Portia's face.
Yeah, they won't say it to Portia Space, but they'll get on the internet and do all this nonsense, all these shenanigans. But that lady is a pretty lady. So instead of them just acknowledging maybe the baby doesn't look like her, it looks like the daddy, they say the baby is ugly. That's not the right way to say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that baby is not ugly. That's some bullshit.
Stupid ass kid. Yeah, right by the stove.
People bottom line are bitch made.
Aaron want to go. Aaron about to go in.
I think I consider myself like a champion of the underdog. I really do. It's like I don't like seeing people getting picked on. I don't like seeing people being dragged. I hate that shit. I know what it's like to be bullied and stuff like that. And I don't know. Maybe I'm having flashbacks or some shit. Just bear
Oh,
with me.
the only one who knows how it feels to be bullied. You are not the only one, Aaron Collins.
Because you got a bunch of.
I told you one of my bullying stories the other day when I told the girl, I told her to get off the bus.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that. And then you got a lot of these folks on here, a bunch of pussies, pretty much. Yeah. Okay, I gotta calm down. I'm getting revved up.
I know. But we
I don't
know
know. I guess I just got certain triggers, and that right there triggers me.
all we can do is just pray for those people that are acting like that and
You're
hope
right.
they
You're absolutely right.
demonic spirits that they have also let take over them. That's all we can
Yeah,
do.
yeah. You're absolutely right there about that, Nick. You just pray for them.
Okay, here go the baby. Ain't nothing wrong with this damn baby though. That's the thing I'm saying.
Who's the father?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up on how can I find I don't know who the father. You know me, I'll be getting off track sometimes. Ain't nothing wrong with this baby. That's what I say. What's wrong with the baby?
I don't see nothing wrong with that baby. The baby looks cute to me. It looks like a baby.
People just be some straight haters.
But you know what? You see what I'm wearing, right?
That's why I played that song from the beginning.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with this damn baby. Nothing.
Well, you see what I'm wearing, right?
But no new haters, what it say?
Says need new haters. The old ones are starting to like me.
That's a
You
baby.
don't have to even go looking for haters. They gonna just come out automatically.
Look at you, baby. Ain't nothing
Is
wrong
that
with
the is
baby.
that the father right there?
Ain't nothing wrong with him either.
Right.
Y'all some haters. Hi haters. Hi haters.
Like I was saying, you don't have to go looking for them. They're gonna just come out looking for you. It's automatic. The minute you start being successful and start doing your thing, that is gonna happen by default.
Oh,
Y'all done made me find this baby everywhere. This baby cute.
I did a video a few months ago, and it's either a video or a live stream. I forget what it was, but I titled it "Haters Are Motivators." Everyone in the chat, go look for it. Haters are motivators.
Haters and motivators. And the thumbs down button worked. And
Hmm.
I'm trying to get as many thumbs down as I can. Okay.
You know what though, Nikki?
More thumbs down, the better it is that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Nikki? I said that you've always been positive. I know you have your moments too.
You know,
Believe me.
like no matter what they do, yeah, I get snappy sometimes, but at the end of the day, no matter what anyone does, I still gotta remain myself. I gotta stay me
Yeah.
at the end of the day. So, man, they can't determine how I'm gonna feel. I'm not gonna let nobody make me feel no kind of way.
Hmm. Like I said before, I guess that's the new thing now, the new trend, to drag children. I mean, wow. But you know what? It really shouldn't surprise me because look at the day and age we're living in.
Yeah, we're living in the last days. The last days. We got a song called that. We were singing about the last days. Me, my homeboy, my cousin, all of us. We did a song. It was about the last days that we're living.
Mhm. Man, it made you had to let your hair down for that one.
Yeah, my hair itching inside, like in my ponytail. I had to do something. Shit. I'm tired. I'm tired of that ponytail. So it doesn't matter. Anyway.
You got- get your rock star on.
I don't feel like doing that. My head hurt. My head really hurt. But no, I've been doing my studying about virtue. We doing all this stuff about like, right and wrong, virtue,
Right, right,
all the stuff about ethics. So
right.
I just been wanting to talk about it a little more when I'm talking to you guys. That helps me go in here and nail it when I turn in my homework too. Which I think I got the virtue part down pat. That's easy. So now I just have to answer the question. I also have to write again some more stuff, of course. So I've been working on that for the past 2 days. When I wasn't gone, when I've been home, I've been working on it.
I bet you're gonna be an A+ student.
Sometimes, not all the time, because I don't always have the time to put into it like I want. But
I know
yeah,
you're an A+ student. I bet you just go to school with your lunchbox and stuff like that. Sit there.
I don't go nowhere. I'll be at home right here. This is where I do all my stuff at.
I'm being funny.
In front of the computer. When I get home, that's the first place I go. My son be like, and they tell me to go live. It'd be me going to my school.
Yep.
I thought Kazo was gonna come in here. Kazo didn't come. Let me text her. It'd be too late by the time everybody realized I went live.
You talking about Nicola?
Mm. Wow.
What's going on?
Nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. I was seeing if I. So that's it. Anyway, what else is going on here in the world today that we need to discuss?
Well, I know a lot of people have been talking about the situation with the televangelist Benny Hinn, and I really wanted to cover that one too myself, and I will.
I think I said
And
live
and
and
I guess with Kevin Hart.
didn't you? What happened? They
Mhm.
said, which one did you do a video about already?
Well, I just did a video about the Benny Hinn situation. That's just an upload.
What did Benny Hinn do?
He confessed on his program and apologized about talking to people about the prosperity gospel and stuff. And I think he feels like he probably feels that he's misled people. I
Oh,
mean, I'm not saying that he has. I'm not saying that he hasn't. I mean, I support him for what he did. I applaud him for what he did. I mean, if he, like I said, if he feels he did something wrong, then hey, good for him. I'm not gonna sit there though. I'm not gonna jump on this man though, because as far as I'm concerned, he's still a man of God, and I'm not gonna even touch him with my mouth like that.
no,
But
I'm not going to say that, but that is like one of the reasons why I am not so quick to want to go to churches because that's what that's the feeling I get when I go. Like everything is about money and it's more about entertainment in the church instead of really what the church was supposed to be for. So I kind of fell back when I started noticing that. When I started seeing that, whenever I go to church, it's always about that.
right,
And when people really come to supposed to come be able to come to the church for the help that they need, sometimes it be situations where people really need the church. They be and went and put all the money they had in church, but then when it turn around and be a time for them to need something, it's something different.
right.
So that made me fall back.
You gotta think this is scripture. You gotta go where you're gonna grow, bloom where you're planted, and you gotta go somewhere where you gonna be fed. And hey, like you said, if you don't feel led into a lot of because a lot of the mega churches and stuff, hey, I understand that. And hey, you gotta go where you feel like you're gonna be fed.
It just goes back to what we started off this stream about right and wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
You
at
know,
least he admitted it. I mean, like I said, I mean, I don't necessarily think what he did was wrong, but he feels that way. So if he feels that he had to come out and confess something, God bless him. And all he needs to do is just what he needs to do now is get somewhere, let God recover him, let God restore him, and he just needs to be somewhere and just sit and
he'll be all right.
yeah, bask in the glory of God and wait for instruction. I mean, I've been following Benny Hinn pretty much for some years. I mean, I remember him when I was a kid. I would watch him on Christian television.
Me too.
Yeah,
That's the whole point about it. Like you watch him, you see him healing people and doing all this stuff, but at the end of the day, a lot of these television evangelists, they were after the people's money, just like the other dude. What's the other dude that always somebody gonna send you some type of oil and all that?
um,
One of them, I used to send him some money. I used to really try to sow seeds with him. I really did. I was sending him stuff. He was sending me those letters. He was sending me, uh, the cloths.
are you talking about he does an infomercial? You talking about Peter Popoff?
Yes,
Well, yeah, he does an infomercial late at night.
Peter Pop off some money.
Mm.
I really was. It was a while back. It was a while back, but I'm just saying, like, people really are trying to find somewhere and they want to find the truth. But you know, when people like that, when they have so much influence and they do the opposite of what they should be doing.
You know, it's the interesting thing. This is real funny to me. People want to throw folks under the bus like Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes, Benny Hinn, Jimmy Swaggart, Oral Roberts, Jim Baker, Robert Tilton, Carlton Pearson, etc. Paula White, Joyce Meyer. You know, people want to throw them under the bus, right? But funny how they seem to let and give a pass to child molesters and rapists, mass murderers and stuff. You hardly ever hear anything said about them. You may hear a few little clips and stuff like that. But other than that, though, they don't they don't talk about them for days.
Well, I used to watch Joyce Myers every morning before I would go to work.
I mean, I got no problem with none of them. I mean, I've seen Joyce Meyer in person, and when I lived in Dallas, I used to go to T.D. Jakes' church. He was my pastor.
And some,
I mean, I met him one time. Yeah, I know the Potter's House. It's a big church, and I've been told by people that, man, he don't know you. Okay, so what? He doesn't know me. Whatever. I mean, and the church is pretty big. You know, it looks like a city there, pretty much. I mean, I'm not necessarily going there to try to meet him or shake his hand. If it just so happens, so be it.
see, that's
But
the problem I've been talking about is that people, instead of them finding God themselves, they looking at the man of God like they can get God through them, but you can get God yourself. You don't have to, you can
exactly,
go in there and congregate with this man. You can go listen to the word, but at the end of the day, you have to reach God yourself. So,
yeah,
and whatever that might be for you, it might be a different experience for you than it is for other people. But you have the ability to do that on your own.
exactly. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, they're the ones who put these people on a pedestal. You're the one that's where it's like you just said. They're too busy worshiping the creator. I mean, they're too busy worshiping the creation and not the creator.
Amen.
And
Yeah.
it's like it is basically what it is. What it all boils down to is that when the creation shows you that they are just as flawed as you are, and they live up to less than your expectation, you want to get an attitude.
But
But
if you was reading your own Bible, you would have known that in the beginning, that's what happened anyway. God put his trust in man,
yeah,
gave man everything that he wanted him to have, gave him a lot of privileges and a lot of power and authority over things. He gave him all this. But they turned around and did something opposite of what God said. So if they did it then, they're going to continue to do it. So why would you not find God
yeah,
on your own? A
yeah,
lot of times it be the people's fault themselves because they don't have enough faith in themselves and enough faith in the God that they want to serve to do the things they need to do. Then they want to turn around and be mad at the person. That's all these people do all day is be hypocritical
yep.
about somebody all day long.
Look, I tell people all the time, listen, I'm a work in progress. Okay, I'm under construction. I will let you down quick. I'm a man. I'm a man of God. I love the Lord, but I'm a human being. I will let you down, and you've seen that yourself. My many flaws. One of my flaws is, huh?
I said, shut up.
I mean, one of my flaws is my quick temper. Because I tell you, I have zero tolerance with people sometimes and lose patience and just be ready to just go slap the shit out of folks. See, you
Oh,
just
you
saw
be
my
tripping.
flaw just now.
What? I'll be like, oh, no, Aaron, don't throw your phone. Aaron,
Exactly.
do not throw the phone.
Right.
You think your phone be doing stuff on purpose?
I know. I mean, see what I mean? You know. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I just don't pay people no attention because if they knew how stupid they look when they try to get mad at people and do all this stuff. They just showing what they've been doing. Not reading the Bible for themselves and not knowing
As you said, me too.
the fall of man. You know, if you know the fall of man, then you know man's gonna fall and then get back up because we was designed to fall.
Yep.
When it comes to the Bible, we was designed that we are not gonna ever be perfect, no matter how much we try. The most
Yep.
virtuous person, the most person that's showing all this virtue, there's still a point to where they will do something wrong because of human nature.
Yep. I mean, for people to say that, well, I'm turning my back on the Lord because it's so and so. Okay, first of all, why are you taking it out on God? What this person did. It's not God's fault that this person acted this way. I mean, He gave us a free will. I mean,
He gave us a free will. You said it. We
yeah.
have free will.
I
What we
mean,
do
people
with our
want to
free
think,
will is our choice.
yeah, that's like when you raise your children right, raise your children to do right. I mean, once they become of a certain age, once they become adults, hey, it's up to them to do what they want to do. And if they do something less than what you taught them, heck, hell, that's not your fault. Really gonna make me small now.
I just thought I wanted to see how I look.
Man, Nikki, that's cold.
Situations come arise, and no, I'm just fine. There we
Thank
go.
you.
That's better.
Hey,
I didn't
man,
want
make me
myself to be so big. I was trying to figure out how to get it. That's better.
about to say, make me equal with you. I mean, damn.
I didn't know which one I was pushing. Calm down.
I know I'm messing with you. I'm gonna cry.
Calm down. Don't
So,
jump. Please don't jump.
yeah. So did you talk to any of our good friends today?
No. I've been to myself. I ain't talked to none of our good friends.
I ain't mad at you.
You know, maybe they'll call me. And
Some
they want
days I
to,
feel, shoot, some
because
days I feel like digging a hole and jumping in it.
I got a whole bunch of stuff to do. I don't have to be on my phone. Believe me.
Okay, you heard me. I said,
Okay.
some days I feel like digging a hole and jumping in it,
Why?
just to get away from folks for a little bit. Like, okay, y'all getting on my nerves.
You ain't got to jump in the hole. You just don't answer your phone.
I
And
know I
don't
was just,
call nobody.
yeah, you right.
My gray hair coming again. And I think I'm going to let it go on and come. I'm tired of coloring it. Tired of coloring my hair. So what shows were you watching before you came on?
Yeah, SmackDown.
What's that?
Yep, I'm a wrestling head. Don't judge me. But I also been watching Mayan since it came back on.
What?
Mayan MC. You remember the show The Sons of Anarchy?
Yes.
Or it's a spinoff of that.
Okay, no, I don't watch that.
Yeah. And I've been also watching The Next Big Thing too.
We've been live for an hour already. I'm tired.
Really?
I've been, yeah, I was on before you came though.
Or how long were you on before I came?
I don't even know. It wasn't that long though.
But you know what though, when we talking about some real stuff,
It just
Time
passed by.
does seem to fly.
Time just flew on by.
Yeah. But you know what? This is something else too. I'm starting to look at my channel as a business, and that's probably what kind of motivates me a little bit. When you start to look at your channel, it's more than just a channel, and it's more than just something just to get on there and talk to people, and start looking at it YouTube as an actual potential business. I think I think you start to see things a little bit differently.
That's true.
And also, I've been going to these different channels and stuff. Some channels help you get viewers. Hey, is it so and so here? Nicki C is in the here, y'all. Say hello to Nicki C. Let's see if we can get Nicki C up, y'all, to get her viewers, and and that right there, I like stuff like that. That's very encouraging.
Brother Nubian is in the building. The Nubian.
Oh, brother Danubian, what's up, brother D? That's my dude right there, brother Danubian.
Yep, he says salute to Aaron Collins.
Yeah, that's my dude. Me and brother the Nubian, shoot, we done been through a whole lot of things. I mean, shoot, brother the Nubian, I see him at Information Man's platform. He's also I've seen him on definitely on LMP's platform. I mean, those are two great guys also. Yeah, brother the Nubian, he also supports me also when I go live. Yeah, that's one of the real positive brothers too, right there. So you got you a good one right there with brother the Nubian, Nikki.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Welcome,
you welcome.
Brother Danubian. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, brother the Nubian. Well, isn't he? Well, I thought Huey P was here.
UEP was here, but I don't see him now, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I like Huey P too.
I sent UEP a invite invitation to stream. I guess he's serious about he ain't coming back on. I'm not mad
Yeah, I've
at
been
him. He
on.
just told me he wasn't coming back on nothing.
Uh, yeah, I've
But
been
he
also
saw my
sending.
topic, and that was one of his topics.
Right, right. Yeah, I've been sending traffic your way too, Nikki, telling them to come support Nikki C, Divine Perfection. She'll
That's
do
what's
you. She'll.
up.
Yeah, I mean, she'll do your hair over the platform. That's how good she is. She'll reach through the screen and do your hair. You don't even have to come to the shop. Just get on live with her. She'll reach through do your hair. Won't you, Nikki?
Yeah,
Yeah. See, she tired right now, y'all, but she'll do it.
I'm tired. I am. I got tired. We're gonna play Boy Stacks before we go. Let y'all hear this Boy Stacks.
What? I'm good. I'm glad. I hear that. I hear that Kevin Hart thing got well. He's walking.
Oh, you want to talk about Kevin Hart? Okay, wait.
Yeah, I mean,
What
I'm
happened to
glad
Kevin Hart, first of all?
he was in a car accident, a really bad one
Ah,
here in L.A.
oh, isn't one of our people supposed to be going over that,
It's
investigating into that, and seeing
yeah, it's
one of
quite a
our
few people
one
talk
of our
about it. I
friends?
mean, yeah, one investigating be like, well, so folks, folks want to make a conspiracy out of everything. I'm like, listen, the brother was in an accident. He got well. That's it. I mean, now I saw some clips from TMZ. They were interviewing his wife, and she really didn't want to talk. She was just basically very vague with her answers. It's like he's fine and walking. So you know how these paparazzi types are. I can't really say I blame her because who wants to talk about that? Now her spouse was nearly killed, and you want to keep grilling her and all that. Come on.
These people, they disrespectful. They don't give nobody no privacy no more. It's just out of control. It's so out of control. Then one of my other things I ran into this morning was another video talking about Jay-Z was living with a football player and that Jay-Z had a relationship with a man. That's what I see. This is the stuff that I see on my. And I'm not following these people. I don't know why I was there. I guess because I I put Jay-Z's name in one of my titles the last time we talked about him in the conspiracy about the football. I mean, about the football stuff. So I changed some of my titles to go along with, I've been going on there like putting my titles on my videos instead of just having Chop It Up with C. I put Chop It Up with C and Aaron Collins and then something else. I've been doing that. I've been going back fixing those videos.
I appreciate that. Like I said before, I know I haven't said this over and over again, but I just really like appreciating you just reaching out to me. That's all.
Aaron, you don't see my smile?
Yeah, I see your smile. I'm looking right at you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you too, Aaron. Because sometimes I just need somebody else to talk to up here. I don't just want to talk by myself. So I think when we talk together, I can vibe off of you.
That's real talk right there.
And you can vibe off me, and we could talk, and we could chop it up. You know.
And y'all, one thing too, I wanted to say this too. And Nikki is one of the very few content creators I've actually seen up close and personal, and have actually, rode in a car with, and she's pretty much the same in real life as she is on online. And to me, that's important.
What if I would have been different?
I probably would have. I've been like, whoa.
What if I'd have came and this was all the way some kind of other way? That would
Yeah,
have
I've
been
been
funny.
like, I'm like, is this the same person I see in the shop?
Yeah, but I'm about to end the live. We've been here for an hour and 20 minutes and
Right.
25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 seconds. I get real silly when I get sleepy.
Oh, you too?
Yes, I get silly and be laughing and all that. Anyway, I would like to thank everybody for coming in, peeping in, any likes or dislikes we may have obtained since we've been up here tonight. Thank you guys for even paying attention to us. So I'm gonna end it now. Y'all know what I like y'all to do. I like y'all to make moves like a boss. And with that being said, I'm out.
Holla.
Peace, y'all. Woo, sleepy.